heavyweight white guys talking to these women they own them in a way, which the show was very much about, that gender discrepancy. And I just wonder, working with those scripts and those things, what was that process for you to to sort of the moments that felt less heroic and
Sure. I mean, part of that is if you just show a highlight reel, it gets kind of boring. If the Bad News Bears won at the end, it wouldn't be as good a movie. I mean, it's like you have to have these guys get knocked down, and you have to have someone that is going to, at least if it's not necessarily speaking truth to power, it's a little bit taking the air out of the sails, or else it's going to be this kind of relentless win, and that's not necessarily satisfying as a viewer. I think you want some push and pull, and I think especially in the Peggy Dawn dynamic, there was so much of that, because Dawn clearly was a supporter of her, and yet was clearly in many ways threatened by her and wanted to keep her in her place that she didn't want to be in, and used his power and his place in the company and all this stuff in that way that she bristled against, and part of that was a very fun dynamic too, I think, for the viewer. And it, in the episode that you mentioned, the Suitcase, where it kind of comes to a head, you see them both kind of understand that they both have secondary wishes in a lot of ways. Don's dealing with his the only person that knows him, his first wife, who's dying, dealing with this whole second life. His marriage has fallen apart, and they have to get something out under deadline, and Peggy's dealing with a lot of the same things, and neither one of them are emotionally evolved enough to actually ask the question to one another, so they kind of dance around it in this bizarre way, and it's set against a heavyweight fight, which is kind of appropriate.